Well, we've been praying this last week a great deal for the people of Scotland. What a week it's been. What awesome decisions have been made. One of the fascinating things I found, certainly listening, was the way that so many people said, we want to be more involved now in the politics and actively involved in the decisions that are being made in Scotland. And all of us have to make decisions about what we're going to do with our time. One of the things I love about Church Without Walls is that every so often some of you are brave enough to put your head above the parapet and to actually send us a little video or Skype with yourself. And one of our dear viewers is a gentleman called Mark Taylor. First got to know Mark when he used to write in. He was working in a school in Coventry.
That's right, yes.
And that was quite some years. Mark's been sending emails and texts in to us. Well, Mark's now involved in a political party, and he decided, a little pushing from me, to put something down in video and send it to us. So here's a little of one of our viewers' story.
I wonder if I could ask you to consider just who politically represents you and how effective they are in what they do. The decisions they make affect many aspects of your daily life. We need good people in positions of authority, be they local councillors, MPs or MEPs. They need to make the right choices. Good policy choices or solutions can help many. If policy isn't right, then people may suffer. Proverbs 29 verse 2 says, "When the righteous increase, the people rejoice, but when the wicked rule, the people groan." I'm involved in politics. I've previously stood as a local and a parliamentary candidate. I plan to stand again. I'm chair of a branch of a political party and I currently work for an MEP. I'm not elected, well, not yet, but a few years ago I made a deliberate decision to put aside some of the regular church activity I was involved in and become involved in politics. I suppose at the time I was rather frustrated with what I saw as the erosion of long established British laws that were based on godly principles. They were being thrown out, or at least challenged, and I wanted to have my say. In entering the political scene, I've had conversations with people who would perhaps never step into a church, but are searching for something of value. A few months ago I appeared on the BBC's Big Question. The programme topic was, is there life after death? I made a comment during the programme. I talked about, of all things, a dream. And in the few weeks after the programme was transmitted, quite a few people I'd never met before, came up to me and asked me if I was the bloke from the programme, and they wanted to know more about what I said. I was surprised how such a small comment had encouraged people to talk about faith, prayer, healing, or the existence of God. People are simply searching for truth. However, I've met many people who are struggling, people trying to cope with what life throws at them, people who are in debt because they have fallen behind with their rent, partly because of changes to welfare benefits, people in tears because they're going to be evicted from their home by their local housing association. People need help, but of course people have rights, but they must also live up to their responsibilities. I'm also involved in national campaigns such as Stop HS2. Now behind me is some beautiful farming land. This is an area called Berkswell. It's an area I know very well. I was brought up here. All this will be destroyed when HS2 goes through. I recently went to a rally at Westminster where supporters from the Christian community and beyond were standing together protesting against the assisted dying bill. There were also some people protesting in an adjacent protest for assisted dying. I was challenged by stories from both sides of the argument, but I went home more certain that the bill should not go through. We need to support life. Sometimes there are no easy answers. One famous politician once said, "We don't do God." I suppose I do. For me, certain doors have been opened in my life and I'm walking down a rather interesting route. I'm simply trying to heed the advice given in Hebrews, to act justly and to love mercy and to walk humbly with my God. Thanks for watching.
Well, we want to say thank you to Mark, and well done to Mark. So professionally done, and came across so well. How good to have someone like Mark who's willing to give of himself and to be a Christian in that marketplace of politics.